Well, this Veterans Day, we take a moment to thank the 24 million men and women of our armed forces and honor the millions before them who have come and gone. Each one has a story of their time served. Some include tragedy, some have a happy ending. And for one local veteran, his story has a little bit of both. He owes his survival in war to just one man, a surgeon, who was at the right place at the right time. At the VA hospital in Lebanon County, Pennsylvania, inside room 227D of Building 18, you will find Dennis Haynes twice a week making phone calls. Phone calls to war veterans.
Hello, how are you this morning? This is the VA hospital in Lebanon calling. I'm calling to you have a 2:30 appointment with Dr. Bishai. Bye-bye now. I've always wanted to help the veterans and just, I talk to them and try to do what I can.
His time spent here is voluntary, a way for Dennis to give back and to keep busy from memories of his own war.
They stamped me approved, good to go. In fact, that day they had us on a plane headed for Georgia.
Georgia for basic training, and then Vietnam. The year was 1968. Dennis was just 18, and as part of the newest draft coming into the country, he was assigned to the 199th Light Infantry. They were helicoptered in to where the action was, where they were needed to fight.
I was wounded December 6th. I remember it very, very well. I even have a picture of where I was sitting when I was wounded.
It was in this water-filled rice paddy while guarding the perimeter of a Viet Cong sympathy village, making sure no one went in or out. Something caught Dennis's attention.
I heard a baby or kid cry to my left. And I swung over to the left to look, and just as I looked toward this hooch, I saw what appeared to be a door swing open and a flash. The next thing I remember is John, my buddy, must have been cradling me and telling me how proud he was of me that night and how Gail, my fiancée, would be proud of me and that I really did good. And someone else from my squad said, "Hang on, Dennis." He said, "The chopper will be here anytime."
Dennis's wounds were critical. He was shot twice in the right side of his head by an AK-47. In and out of consciousness and losing a lot of blood.
Never remember being loaded onto the chopper. Never remember being carried into the 24th Evacuation Hospital.
And this is where the story shifts from soldier to surgeon. The man who does remember Dennis's arrival at the 24th Evacuation Hospital, Chief of Surgery, Dr. John Baldwin.
All you have to know is how badly his brain was damaged on that one side to realize how incredible it is that the guy is still out there.
The night Dennis arrived was especially busy for the surgeons of the 24th Evac. Wounded GIs brought in by the dozens.
That particular night, we had all brain surgeons operating.
The pattern was fix 'em fast, free up the OR for the next patient, and move on. But not all cases fit into that pattern, and Dennis was one of them.
Dennis was put behind the curtain where you put people that you don't think will make it.
Dr. Baldwin was a chest and heart surgeon, and for one brief moment, not at an operating table. It was that moment that changed both of their lives forever.
When I walked up to Dennis, I thought, oh my gosh, what am I doing? And I just felt that this was one that was worth trying.
And try he did. Taken out from behind the curtain, Dr. Baldwin operated on Dennis that December night, fixed him up, as he puts it, as best a chest surgeon could.
I never really thought much about it after that day.
That was until 35 years later, when a very unexpected email showed up in Dr. Baldwin's inbox.
Dr. Baldwin, I saw your post on the 199th Infantry website. I would have been a patient in the 24th Evac while you were there. I was wounded December 6, 1968. I was shot twice
in the right side of my head, paralyzed on my entire left side, causing permanent visual field loss in both eyes. I had to see if you were there right at that time and might remember me. I'm living proof
that you all did a terrific job in taking care of us guys.
And just like that, a moment in time tucked away as a memory resurfaced.
I remember the operation of the guy that the brain surgeons were too busy to do.
I think what he did was just phenomenal.
In 2004, Dennis Haynes and Dr. John Baldwin were reunited. It was a ceremony for Dennis, the recipient of the Images of Bravery Award, nominated by none other than the man who saved his life.
Dennis Haynes never gave up and had the can't quit ability that one can only admire.
A reflection of the strength of human spirit from surgeon to soldier, and a reflection of a past that will never be forgotten. And Dr. John Baldwin lives in Northern California, so he and Dennis talk often over the phone and through emails. Their friendship is one that they both tell me is a bond like no other, one that will last a lifetime. To learn some background of this story or to see more of the incredible photos that you saw in this story, check out my blog on CBS21.com. We'll be right back.